Well, good afternoon, everyone. Gosh, I cannot believe that we're already mid-April. Gosh, for those of you that I don't know, my name is Joan Robison. I am the author of the book, Flip the Switch, and super excited to have you in our Flip the Switch community. Gosh, so many people are having amazing results, sharing their own experiences of flipping the switch and helping close that gap on fear, limiting mindset, and really coming into a place of higher confidence. And we're doing that all right here in our community, and then taking what we learn and going out and spreading the word, sharing what it is that we're doing, and helping other people flip the switch as well. So again, it's going to bring me into welcoming all of you to the live today, as well as welcoming the new people into our group, and really talking a little bit deeper about what we're going to talk about today. And that would be the 3 C's. So there's confidence, communication, and community. And I want to just start by saying, I believe that community is so important to people feeling comfortable, to people feeling confident, to people feeling like they have a place where they belong. And I hope that this Flip the Switch community is something that you look forward to being a part of, that you feel like you belong here, and that you feel comfortable to have and invite other people here to gain more tips, tools, and strategies to flip the switch and close that gap, like I said, around the fear and limiting beliefs that can hold people back. So today I want to take a moment, and normally I'd wait till the end of our live. I can see some people joining in. I just want to say, hey out there. So for those of you that are on the live today, I'm so glad you could join us. And for those of you that are watching the recording, welcome. I'm excited to share a few tips today, but before we do that, normally at the end of the call, I would draw the winner, but we've had a promotion going on for the Ignite the Light cards. And many of you have subscribed and been a part of the Flip the Switch community. There were tons of entries, but we have one winner, and the winner, who we did post just this morning in Flip the Switch, is Melinda McLean. So Melinda, congratulations. I know I reached out to you personally. You won the cards, and the Ignite the Light cards are a great way to start your day, really elevating your confidence, really helping you kind of get out of a funk just by simply taking 30 seconds and filling your own cup. So today I drew the card, be inspired by others, compete with yourself. So this is going to take me back to a time where I was just starting in my direct selling business. And I remember going to an event. I was really encouraged to go to an event within like the first 3 months of my business. And this is dating back, guys, like 20 years ago. But I remember feeling really kind of like, oh, I just wanted to soak up and, get all the knowledge that I could. And I remember watching these different people on stage at this event that I was at. And I thought, I like what that gal's doing. Those attributes are great. Wow, this gal was, overcoming some of the same fears that I myself am dealing with. So I want to share a little bit about that competitive nature in all of us, and how healthy competition, in my opinion, is really looking at where I am today, measuring my results, and getting just a little bit better every single day, and how fun that can be with yourself. That sounded kind of weird, right? Fun with yourself. Anyway, all right. So sometimes I could look at what others were doing and feel tempted to compete in an unhealthy way. And yet, really, what do I know? I'm really only competing with myself. I will look at the achievements of others as an example of showing me what's possible, what can be done. I will think about how I can do just a little bit better today than I was yesterday, or than my activity was yesterday. Flip the switch from focusing on others' results to measuring my own results. Compare where you are now to where you're headed. And I think I'm going to hold that up for just a minute, but I think also what's really important is, and I just shared this last night on a training that I did, it's really important to understand that we often are not pleased with ourselves until we believe that we've perfected something. And I think that we don't often look at where we've came from and give ourselves a pat on the back, a little squeeze, right? To say, great job for where you're at and what you have been doing. Most people are just, not satisfied with what they've accomplished until it's the big thing. And I can say this for my own self. I know there were times where I would be like so focused on a goal, work. And I wasn't going to be happy until I got there. So maybe that's you, maybe it's not you. But for those of you that can relate to that, look at measuring where you are today from where you were 3-4 days ago, or a week ago, or even a month ago. And then look ahead to where you want to be. And ask yourself, are you committed to getting just a little bit better every single day? And the best way to do that is to lean into the practices that you need to be taking action on. All right. So I want to move forward. I want to again say congratulations to Melinda. I'm seeing a lot of love out there. Thank you for those joining. And I want to talk a little bit about community today and really what a community can do for people. But before I do that, let me turn my Alexa. Alexa, turn off, please. Sorry, that was killing me. All right. So community is so important to the comfort levels of people, to making people feel at home and accepted. And I believe now more than ever, we've had, a long period of change in our country, in the world, right? COVID really did do a lot of isolating, and I don't want to stay stuck in COVID or anything like that, but there was a good amount of time, guys, where people felt isolated that otherwise worked, let's say full-time out of the home. Many people began working in the home. Some people went part-time out and part-time in home. But nonetheless, what we know for sure is lifestyles completely changed. And I believe that a lot of people got lonely and are still feeling lonely and somewhat isolated, because reintegrating back into life is not easy for every single person. So when we think about community is so important to people feeling like they belong. And to me, that's really what it's all about. So I want to talk just about a few things. So we do our mindset minutes. This is what we do here on Wednesdays. Some of you look forward to this. I know I already got a few notes this morning saying, gosh, really excited. One person wrote me, I set my alarm. So, hey, Noelle, you set your alarm. Thank you. I love having you here. And another person wrote, this is something I look forward to during the week. We also have our morning motivations, and morning motivation is just to come as you are. Again, it's part of our Flip the Switch community, but it's a Zoom where you can enjoy learning more about mindset, about manifesting, about how to overcome some of the challenges and really truly kick off your day on a high note. I know that whenever we meet on Mondays and Fridays, and we've been doing this for almost 4 years, people transform on these calls. People implement the small practices and they begin seeing these results. And we come as we are. I mean, today, look at me, no makeup, right? I'm just coming out here. It's the real Joan, right? And this is how I am most of the time. I like to throw on a little makeup here and there, but the truth is I'm pretty comfortable right here, just being in front of you the way I am. And are there some people that maybe aren't going to like it? Probably so. Okay, welcome. It's not going to hold me back from sharing out what I could do to support you. Okay. And I've had to deal, with that confidence issue, from when I began a business like this, because I didn't feel comfortable right away, even in the community of my company. It takes time. So I want you just to think about that when it comes to community. What are the communities that you're comfortable in? And I hope that right here, this Flip the Switch community is somewhere that you're finding value, that you're finding fun, that you're finding some things that are truly helping you uplift and elevate yourself as a person, as well as maybe your business and relationships. All right, let's talk a little bit about confidence and communication. So to me, confidence really comes from feeling, what's a good way to say it? From feeling like you know what you're talking about, and like, I'm getting a little stuck here. Confidence comes from, I believe confidence comes from really experience, right? So the more that I practice something, the more my self-confidence elevates. So maybe when I start something out, I'm a little less confident. And let's talk about that. What would that be? Well, it might be making a phone call, like an outbound phone call for follow-up. If it's the first time I ever did it, or if I'm a little new to it, it probably feels a little awkward. So what are some of the things that will help me help me feel more confident? The first thing is follow somebody or talk to somebody that does it really well, right? Use some of the training scripts for, let's say, follow-up. Now I'm just using follow-up as the example. Practice doing it a few different times before you actually go do it, either in a voice clip, a text message, or a phone call, right? These are the different things that are going to elevate your confidence. But there's nothing that will help you gain more confidence than just leaning in and doing the thing that you need to do, getting that practice under your belt. And what you're going to notice is that your confidence level will elevate till pretty soon you don't even think about it anymore. You're just 100% confident. I've got this. All right. Now, I want to make another comment. Somebody brought this up to me this morning. In a business like this, you do not need to be an expert. Now, I say a business like this, I'm talking about any one of your companies that you're involved in, any one of your storefronts that you are owning or a part of, or if you are a, employee or salesperson, you don't have to be an expert at everything. And I think that should relieve a lot of you. Confidence is knowing that you know also where to go to get the information that you need to answer a question. But remember, people feel more at home and they're going to relate to you more if you are a real human who has no problem saying, you know what, I don't know the answer to that, but I do know where I can find it. That's confidence. So I want you just to breathe a little bit and relax a little bit and know that experts are less relatable than just real people that are unsure. You know, you might not know everything, but you know where you can get that answer from. Also, remember, for those of you that have started a new job, have started with a new company, have started anything, maybe it's even a program, you will attract more people by saying, come on, do it along with me. Let's learn this together than any other way. People love to know that they're partnered with, that you're locking arms, and that you're going to be with them along the journey. And I want you to think about it. If you had a road trip, would you rather road trip singly, all alone? Some of you are going, yeah, I would. I want to get out of my house for a minute. But the majority of you would say, no, it'd be much more fun to take the road trip with someone. So just think of it like that. Think about how you can be in community with other people, how you can elevate your confidence by coming along and doing it with someone else. And remember, I have found this, you know, over the years many times, whether I'm doing a new yoga studio, right? The first time I walk in, I feel a little bit out of sorts, a little bit awkward. Go in, I take the class. I know nothing, right? I'm fumbling through downward dog and who knows what, but I'm there. And that's what I say to myself. I'm here. I'm glad I'm here. And I'm amongst these friends. If I go in with somebody else, then I got somebody to wink to and, you know, tee-hee with and all that kind of stuff. It just feels a little bit better. So remember, take your you know, as you embark on these different scenarios, and I know I'm a little bit all over the board with the scenarios, but think about how you can line up with another person. Think about how much you will gain learning together, whatever it is that you're doing. And what I would wrap up with saying is that, you know, when we stop and really think about these 3 C's, and I'm kind of, again, I'm a little bit out of sorts myself because I'm trying to include these different 3 C's and at the same time, really helping you make sense of it. But when you think about elevating your confidence, do it with somebody else. When you think about your communication, I'm going to give you a tip that really helped for me. Clear, firm, and respectful. When we communicate, we want to be crystal clear what we're trying to say. We want to be respectful of another person. And when I say firm, that's really in communicating like boundaries or communicating expectations. It does not mean being, you know, curt, rude, pointed, direct, right? We're just being clear, firm, respectful. It's a great tip when I'm communicating, thinking about how I want to be perceived. And then, of course, the last C that we learned a little bit more about today was community. So as you embark on the rest of your week, I just want to encourage you, be a part of something bigger than yourselves and enjoy the journey. I know for me, there were so many times where I just wasn't enjoying the journey. I just wanted to get to the goal. And gosh, there's a lot of life to be lived in between where we are today and maybe where we're going. So we might as well just enjoy it. So everybody have a great week and I will see you next week. Talk to you soon.